Hey there, this is Mr. Shyamalan Goo. We're doing Game 5, going against Clover Rovers in an away game, so they're going to be uber aggressive. So we're going to try to do it this way. At least give us a fighting chance on not having to get conceded. We're not going to do balance. We're kind of just going to do either... Actually, we might do balance. Just that way we're not going crazy. And then players I'm going to have... instead of DeWinter, probably going to have... No, I'll have these two start off. And then it's going to be Dijkstra, Frolov. I'll have Vasquez in this one. And then instead of Albrecht there, I'm going to have a Novikov here. And then, yeah, should be fine, I believe. Well, actually, just to give Ruho a break, I'm going to have Vinci on the left wing, but Estevez there instead. Or not left wing, but on the left defensive mid. And then, is everybody kind of a threat right now? Probably. Ooh, Van Loon. Dang, they have Van Loon. Alright, they have Patapov, Lysenko, and Jaeger. And Van Loon. I'll just mark these two for now. Huh. Their defense... Oh, they have Luke as a backup? Okay. So, looks like their defense is really just like a couple of C's, maybe 1A in jumping, but the rest are kind of just like decent technique, really good sprinting, really good shooting. So, alright, going to kickoff. So, they're in first place. We are in sixth place, I believe. Alright, 62% chance for Clover Rovers to win, 13% chance for a draw, 25% chance for us to win. Sorry, had to clear out a little deal. Alright, so looks like they won the coin toss. Jaeger, Dijkstra, to Novikov, to Estevez. Goes for a dribble. Gets tackled, but it's out for a throw-in. Alright, Vinci, Novikov. Crossing it over to Fritsch. Shot's blocked. Fjord going for a shot. Saved. It's out for a corner kick. Alright, DeWinter. Crosses it over outside the box. Novikov shot is blocked. Decker clears it away. Vinci gets tackled by Lysenko to Decker. Passing it over. Frolov. Vasquez over to Fritsch, but Van Loon grabs it. Vasquez, Fritsch going for a dribble. Van Loon grabs it. Lysenko passes it back to Coppola. To Van Loon. Over to Mayer. Crossing it over. Patapov, bad touch. Fjord clears it. Luke going for a shot. It's blocked. Jobert. Passing it over the wing. Vasquez heads it away. It's out for our throw-in. Alright, Van Loon. Crossing it over. Wells grabs it. Good. Alright, Van Loon heads it over to Jaeger. Passes block. Lysenko saves it. Horta. Dijkstra. Lysenko grabs it. Novikov gets tackled by Jaeger. Crossing it over. Mayer. Header. Goes wide. Dang, they're going really aggressive on us. Vinci. Crosses it over to Estevez. It's out for a throw-in due to that nudging. Decker. Passes it to Patapov. Over to Decker again. Crossing it over to Luke. Van Loon, Mayer, to the middle, Vinci. passes it over to DeWinter, going for a dribble, gets tackled. Jobert passing it over. I think going for a shot, actually. Jaeger to Van Loon to Novikov. Novikov grabs it. Mayer keeping it in. Horta, one-on-one. It's blocked. Horta, rebound. Van Loon, blocked again. Oh, man. Ugh. I had a feeling that would happen. I mean, Wells was really trying to block all that. I just wish he would have grabbed it on, what was it, like the second attempt? Yeah. But it's fine. Alright, DeWinter, Patapov with steal to Jaeger, over to Horta, Froloff to Vinci, Fior, crossing it over to the wing of Estevez, gets tackled by Decker, Horta, Jaeger, over to Decker again, Jaeger, shots blocked, Vinci, bad clearance, Horta to Decker, crossing it over to the wing, though he's there to grab it, but it's out for our throw-in. Alright, Vasquez. Going for a dribble, gets stolen by Mayer. Had it a little bit on for too long. Oh, steals it back. Crossing it over, Novikov. Long ball over to Estevez. Coppola grabs it. Jaeger on the move. Novikov. Estevez. DeWinter passing it over to Fior. Passes it back over to Winter. Jaeger steals it. Alright, that's the first half. We've already conceded. But that was with Wells decently trying, but not enough in my opinion. So what we're going to do, we're going to have Isa there, and then I'm not going to switch anybody out quite yet. Oh, it looks like that might have went under my radar, but DeWinter looks like he's starting to recede in potential. All right. Anyways, we're going to keep on that. Let's see how everybody's doing. So, not doing too bad. What's Clover Rovers? They're at a couple purple. We're about the same way. Fior's already getting tired. Alright, Decker, Van Loon, Mayer, crossing it over to the middle. Nicholas clears it. Fritsch gets tackled. Mayer, passing it over to Van Loon, over to the middle. Novikov passes it to Wells. Good. Passing it over to Isa. Decker. Froloff grabs it. Estevez getting tackled from behind. Fritsch getting tackled and stolen. Jobert to Jaeger. Dijkstra over to Fritsch. Over to Nicholas, but Luke grabs it. Alright, it's out for our throw-in currently. Estevez going for a shot. Markov grabs it. Oh, what's his stuff at, by the way? I forgot to look at his. Oh, it's at A for toughness, A for jumping, S for willpower. So, yeah, I'll have to watch out for him. All right, Jaeger to the middle of Van Loon. Shot, it's blocked. Estevez going for a dribble. What did he do? Froloff with steal. Van Loon cuts it out. Passing it over to the wing. Going for a cross. Wales grabs it. Alright, so it's in the 60 mark. So we're going to go ahead and have Sawyer there. And then Fior's getting tired. I'm going to have Arujo there. Alright, Vasquez clears it away, out for our throw-in. Alright. We're going to have to be... No, we'll continue on with balanced. Whatever the outcome may be. No. Try to go for a steal, but it's still out for their throw-in. Patapov Crossing it over. Wells grabs it. All right, De Winter over to Nicholas. Passes blocked again. Decker to Luke. Over to Weinert. Crossing it over to Jaeger. Shots blocked again. Dijkstra kicks it away, and it's out for their throw-in. All right, Jobert. All right, Decker. Passing it over to the left. Vasquez getting tackled by Weinert. Goes for a shot. Hits the post. Novikov clears it. Anos crossing it over to the wing. Vasquez not able to grab it. Weinert. Van Loon gets tackled by Nicholas. Going for a dribble. Passing it over to De Winter. Arujo to Sawyer. Back to Arujo, but Luke grabs it. Jobert. Markov. Right, Coppola. Senko to Jaeger. That's through our defenses. Jaeger passes it back. Not a good idea. Van Loon going for a shot. Just goes barely wide. They already have a forward changing out now. All right. Van Loon to Jobert. Luke. DeHaan. All right. Again, nothing progressing, but we've got one goal conceded on us, and I consider that at least a decent attempt in our book. So, all right. So it looks like Plain Mantis won against Twister Town 2-1. Clover Rovers beat us 1-0. Boston Old Boys beat Team Talon 2-0, and Shock Squad lost to Halley's Rangers 0-2. We're in 7th place yet again, but we'll just see how the rest of this season will pan out. Hopefully it might change over. All right, let's see what Van Kampen is. All right, so he's agreed to join us. I'll go ahead and sign him. Let's see what his potential is at. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. I might have him go in the next game, but yeah, I just might have him go in the next game. See how that goes. I'm not gonna take Wells out quite yet, but we'll just see how it goes. I mean, his jumping's great, but they almost have the same stats except for stamina and sprinting. So we'll just see how that goes. We're going against Boston Old Boys, it looks like. I might not put him with Boston Old Boys in the next game. Maybe Team Talon. I'll have Team Talon or Halley's Rangers. He'll play for that. At least for now, since Wells' potential is showing. I will have him do those ones. And yeah. Anyways, gonna go ahead and save it. Call that good. Have a good day.